Hey everyone, I wanted to do a video on the new PS3 game, The Last of Us. A lot of people have given this game really good ratings. A lot of you may be wondering, is this game as good as everyone says it is? Is getting 100% top scores, is getting 10 out of 10? In a nutshell, yeah, it really is that good. I've been playing the PS3 since it first came out, and this is by far the best game on this system. Uh, it's just there's so many good things to say about it. It's hard to know where to start. First of all, where I will start is the graphics on the game are completely amazing. It's a shame that at the end of the PS3's cycle, or getting towards the end of it, because it's still going to support for quite a while. But the graphics are getting absolutely incredible on some of these games, and this is one of them. There are points in this game where you stop playing and you just look around at the environment because it is just so amazing. It's so beautifully rendered. The colors, interactions with the environment, everything is just beyond anything that I've seen before in any game on the PS3 or any game to this date at all. Um, as far as why it got such a high score and why I think it deserves such a high score is you don't come across very many games where you actually care about the characters in the game, and you see them in all games. You see characters progress through the game, and that's just a part of all of them. But in this one, you invest so much time and thought into Ellie and Joel, and in the environment that they're in, the situation that they're in, and it's just I'm not going to give away any spoilers at all while talking through this, so don't worry about that. I'm just going to talk in layman's terms about stuff that everyone has already discussed as far as in official game reviews and stuff like that. But they're stuck in this post-apocalyptic world where it's very depressing. It's all about survival. It's either you live or you die, and that's pretty much it. And you go through this journey with these two, and it's just nothing but despair and depression and barely making it, barely surviving. I've played other games before where characters have died, lead characters have died, and you really don't care that much about it. I'm not saying either one of these characters die or that they do or that they don't. But what I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make is, like, I was playing L.A. Noire a while ago. I recently picked it up and started playing it again. The main character in that game dies, or at the end of the game, but I was left with the feeling that I really didn't care that much because the game wasn't about him. The game was about solving crime, chasing down bad guys, shooting bad guys, um, doing detective work, stuff like that. You could have plugged in any character in that game to do that same stuff, and you would have had the same result. With Ellie and Joel, it's different. They go into their story so much more. The whole game is not just about their survival, but about them as people and where they've come from and where they end up at the end of it, as far as how they've grown individually and towards each other. And it's just one of those things that you don't see that often in games. I mean, Naughty Dog has done an amazing job with this game. If you were on the fence about buying it or not buying it, or should I buy a PS3 to play this game, at the very least, borrow a system and a game from a friend if you have to play it. It really is that good. I could, go on and on about, the character development and how these characters have changed throughout the game. There's just so much stuff to point out. It's not just these two either. It's a lot of players in the game that you realize the hardship that everyone has gone through in this world that they live in now. And Joel was alive before the infection happened, and so he knew what the world was like before. But with Ellie, she was born into this world, and she doesn't understand the life that Joel had before. And that difference between the two, is such a contrast that it's like a positive and a negative where he understands things where she doesn't, and it's not just their age difference either, but there's just the game goes from start to finish from their you don't really know too much about them at the start, and as the game goes, you learn more about them and their past, and more about, the future as it goes on too, about how things recently happen and how it makes them grow individually. But it's definitely a game you should buy, definitely a game you should play. I've been through it once already. I played it was about 18 and a half hours, I think, is what my final playthrough time was. And I wasn't trying to rush through. I took my time and I tried to, get as many things as I can to help me survive. It's really hard to get trophies in this game. I went through the whole game and I think I only got 3 trophies. I'm not really a big trophy person, or I haven't been recently until now. I try to get a lot more trophies than I have in the past. But I've read online too, this is definitely a hard game to try and get trophies for. But it's, more of a sneaking around type of game where you just can't go in guns blazing. It's not like a first person shooter game. You really need to assess each situation, your environment, use your environment to your advantage, use everything that you can find. You have to search around for everything because you really have nothing starting out. You have to acquire items as you go along. So it makes it that much harder. And it's like I said too, like as far as the character development of both of them, like take for instance Kratos and God of War. I've played every one of those games except for some of the handheld games, but he went through hardship as well with, not only is his family dead, he's the one that's responsible for killing them, but you don't feel the same way towards him as you do Joel and Ellie because Kratos put himself in that his own situation where he asked the gods for help, and once he got that help from Ares, that's what got the whole ball rolling. So pretty much he put himself into that situation, and everything is on his shoulders. Everything that's happened with Joel and Ellie, they didn't ask for any of it. Um, Joel was just a regular guy when everything went to shit, pretty much. And Ellie was born into a world that she never wanted to be a part of. Who would want to be a part of, something like that? So, in short, yes, the game is a 10 out of 10. So 100% is absolutely amazing. Um, Definitely play it. If you don't buy it, just play it because I guarantee you, if you play it, you will want to buy it. It's by far the best game I played on the PlayStation 3. Probably will be my last game that I buy for it before the PlayStation 4 comes out. And I'm glad that I did get it because it was amazing. And I am gonna play through it again. I want to go through and just get the whole experience of the story again. And it's one of those games where it really leaves an impression on you, and you feel as though it was definitely $60 worth spent. And if you wait a while and buy it used, that's fine too. But any advice I can give you, definitely buy it. Just buy it. It's somehow, some way, buy it, rent it, borrow it, anything. It's an awesome, awesome game. Thank you. Don't forget to like or subscribe if you like the video. Leave comments if you would like to, if you played through the game, and anything else you want to add about the game. I'm welcome to any suggestions as far as comments and stuff like that. I'll reply to anything you guys put out there. So let me know, and I'll be doing more videos soon. Thank you.